It's pretty cool, huh, Ricky?
No, I mean, if you don't win the title, this is a race you got to win. I mean, it's just like you said, so much racing history here.
And the celebrities have turned out in droves to watch this. Troy Glaus and Nate McLeod from the Atlanta Braves are here. Brandon Inge from the Detroit Tigers is in the house. Robbie Merrill, rocking it from Godsmack, is here. Jason Bonham from Zeppelin, our good pal, is here. Harvick, who won the truck race earlier today, came in from Atlanta. The Haydens have stuck around. John Hopkins is here. Tommy Aquino is here. Everybody wants to see the Daytona Supercross by Honda. And you're going to see it right now. Who's going to get the whole shot? Battling it out. It goes to Villopoto, barely on the Cowie.
Wow, and did you see what happened in the first turn? Everyone pushed wide. Villopoto did not get out of the gate, but what he did is he stayed tight around the first turn, and look at this, already out front, along with
Ivan Tedesco's right there in the number 9, Jeff.
Trey Canard.
And Trey Canard is right there. This young guy is really working well on that big bike. And look at Tedesco and Langston. Man. Grant Langston takes a vicious tumble. Well, we called it the Boulevard of Broken Dreams and Busted Bikes, and it bit Grant Langston.
Wow, he charged over that triple step up, and like we talked about the whole broadcast, it has just really taken its toll as the riders jump up there.
And Jeff, the Asterisk medical crew on the scene immediately right there to assist him. Watch the 8-bike.
Watch what he does here. He jumps up, just a triple step up, and he gets just a little, see all the dirt come out from the foot pegs there? Oh. He's stuck. When he landed in there, he's stuck. Oh.
Look at the Asterisk medical crew right there. Red flag is out. This race coming to a stop while they assist Grant. And Jeff, you and I stood right there at practice this morning, and we watched Langston take a vicious tumble through there then.
Yeah, exactly. And it's interesting because just on pit road right there is where all of the family and friends and all the team people sit right there, right in front. And there's so much speed and momentum. We were just kept commenting at how risky that section was.
All right, well, we will take a look at getting everybody set back into the gate. When we're all set to go racing, we will be right back to Daytona to bring it all to you. Stay with us here on Speed for more of the Daytona Supercross by Honda. Back to Daytona, getting ready to restart this main event. Now these riders have been sitting here for a few minutes, cooling down and thinking about what happened to their friend and fellow competitor right here, Grant Langston on the number 8.
And you see he comes up and just buries the foot pegs. Man. Stopped all of his momentum, went over the bars extremely hard.
Eddie Casillas right on the scene, the Asterisk medical crew there to help him, his wife Chelsea there. And you can see his arm up as they put him into the ambulance to take him over to Halifax Hospital. And the former world champion, former national motocross champion, we're hoping is going to be okay.
Man, I hate to see that. These guys got.
I'm sorry, he was going for it today. He was really on a different level here today than what he's been in the past week. So
yeah, absolutely.
Wish you the best, Grant.
All right, now we got to get focused on getting back to racing. And Ricky, you were saying during the break it would take you 5 laps sometimes.
Oh yeah, these guys are shaking for sure. So we got to minimize that.
Go we do, down to turn 1. Hill trying to get there. It's Villopoto again with the whole shot.
Here we go.
But this time he's got Hill right behind him. And those are the two that are chasing Dungey in the points battle.
Well, and Ryan Dungey got a much better start this time as he got on the binders early and snuck around the inside. That's where he gave it up the first lap. So look what's happened here. The top 3 riders in the championship have rose to the occasion, okay? We're going to see if Hill can pick it up. We know that Villopoto, wants it. Dungey's right there. Championship leaders came to the top at Daytona.
Dungey's got to try to get around Hill as quick as he can to go after Villopoto. And boy, he got a great run on the outside of that big berm. Lots of speed. But Hill was able to beat him to that tight section first.
He definitely has, but I can't believe how far that Villopoto is checking out right now. First lap, the guy could pull over and drink a sweet tea. It's unbelievable, dude. Look at this guy. He's flying.
Wow,
Look
he
at
just
that.
went from the right side to the left side.
He knows he better get out there.
He's got, uh-oh, and look who's got another good
Canard,
start.
here he comes. Trey Canard right up there for Honda. So it's Kawasaki, Yamaha, Suzuki, and Honda. All four in the top four.
Absolutely. Man, Villopoto has checked out already.
He was fired up. There's
Oh,
no
yeah.
doubt about it. Well, and you look back a week ago to Atlanta when he was second, trying to pace Dungey, who was out in the lead, and he goes over the bars, make a huge mistake, loses 20 points in the championship. You can tell Villopoto's focused. He says, you know what? I'm for sure going to make up at least 3 on somebody tonight by winning this main.
And I like the way his bike looks. I mean, Villopoto's bike looks fantastic tonight. It looks like it's working good. We all know how great of a rider he is, especially in outdoors. I mean, he has a lot of great history in outdoors, in the Lights Championship, obviously. So this is right up his alley.
Yeah, I mean, in Lights Motocross, he won every championship that he entered, and unfortunately hurt his knee, so didn't get a chance to do it in
Here
motocross.
comes Dungey. Right after Hill for second. Got him.
There you go.
Wow, what a move there, huh?
Good
Just
pass.
holding it.
Yeah, really good pass. Josh was cool. You know, he could have been a little dirtier actually, and just kind of letting go. They're not letting go.
Yeah, but think about it. We're on lap 3 of 20, and this isn't the type of race where you can exert a bunch of energy messing around. You really have to ride within yourself and ride your race here tonight, because just getting through 20 laps on this treacherous Daytona track is going to be tough.
5 seconds already, the differential between first and second, Villopoto to Dungey. And 20 points the difference in the championship between the two.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, Villopoto has to win. You know, I mean, now you can. I mean, the guy is riding amazing tonight, and he has to string these wins with the points loss that he took last weekend.
Well, and especially the way that this race has started out, as we got 4 laps in the book now for Villopoto, as he crosses the line with a 103.4, is that if he starts out the main event here this way and for whatever reason didn't win this thing, that would be a confidence crusher. Okay, big time. But the race is on. We talked about it, Ricky, about how the 20 laps here is as tough a 20 laps that there is in Supercross anywhere. You said it comes down to fitness. So is Dungey going to be able to reel in Villopoto for the win? We're going to have to wait and see here.
Yeah, I mean, they're both in great shape. So, you know, it's going to, yeah.
Here comes Davey Millsaps. He's battling with Chisholm. They're fighting over 6th right now, and Millsaps has it on the Red Bull Honda.
Well, both riders had fantastic heat races, and Millsaps came through the pack. And remember, Chisholm at one point, he was leading. And so this is the best ride that we've seen Chisholm have this year.
Yeah, he's really got that Moto Concepts Yamaha working good tonight.
No doubt about it. And that team's made a lot of strides this year. They've been solid. They moved machines, moved over, you know, to ride Yamahas this year, had a lot of success. And just like these teams, they have to start, you know, building like a pyramid, or you stack pennies, however you want to call it. And that team's been solid.
Fight for 3rd, Canard and Hill.
Oh, you see that line Canard just took? Cut the inside. He's going to the inside of all the ruts, making the track a lot smoother.
Well, and one thing that you have to do here is you have to find fast lines that are smooth lines in the beginning, because later on in the race there won't be any more smooth lines, right, Ricky?
Oh, 100%. And that's, Jeff, you were always good at pointing and shooting.
Here he comes. Canard right on him. Hill knows he's there. Big problems for Hill, and he's barely going to hold off on into the corner. And look at how wide he goes. Buys himself another 10th or 2 out in front, and eventually Canard gets it done.
Nice pass. Textbook pass right there. He had the inside line, kept the momentum.
I mean, how impressed are you guys with Canard stepping up there? He wasn't even sure that he was going to take this ride on the Red Bull Honda. He was, okay, you know, I'm in the championship for the West, but, you know, I think I can do this.
Not a lot of guys do this like they did back in the day. You know, Kevin Windham used to race the lights and come back and win you know, the Supercross class.
I'll tell you what, if I'm Eric Kehoe, team manager for Honda, I'm loving what I'm seeing because Big Red hasn't been big and powerful in the last 2 years. Davey Millsaps has squeaked out a win this year, but they just have not been where they were in years past. Now the future's looking fairly bright.
Absolutely.
But I've also got to believe if I'm some of the guys in the Honda camp as a rider, I'm getting a little nervous.
Now watch what Canard does. He's outside, inside. He's looking for any way around. And look at this. He just scrubs that. Hill looks over at him, says, well, yeah, you got the line. But Hill's a little beaten up right now, okay?
Yeah.
So focus for Josh Hill. He needs to focus on solid 20 laps, not necessarily the position, but to gain some momentum and get out of here with a good, solid ride.
You watch Villopoto. This. Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
Hey, and you guys,
you know, that's Daytona right there.
Hey, and you guys want to see something here? Last lap around, the Villopoto was actually 0.4 of a second quicker than Dungey, but with a little mistake like that, that could be, he could have just given up a half a second right there again.
Look at this section. Down this big boulevard, so brutal, and Villopoto, Aaron, soaking it up better than a ShamWow.
I don't even know what to say about this guy right now. He is actually riding like a whole different animal, but something to be said for Grant Langston going down. Ryan Villopoto might be out there riding for him, considering he has just recently leased property from Grant Langston, so maybe this one's going to be dedicated to him. But some people were concerned about Ryan Villopoto's fitness the last couple of weeks. Well, it looks like he's proving them wrong. His new trainer, Darren Stockton, said that he's very happy with where he's at. Since he hired him just a few weeks ago, they've made some vast improvements, and it's definitely showing here tonight.
Well, and he looks extremely strong on the bike. He is just dominating this track. Focus next time around there before the finish, he's going 3-2 out of the corner. Haven't seen anyone else do that here today. And so just look at the aggression he's riding with and the confidence.
You know what's standing out to me, Jeff? Based on what you talked about earlier in the night, you've got to be able to be comfortable being uncomfortable here at Daytona. You can see the bike is moving all around for Villopoto, but his upper body, his head is always facing forward down the track.
Yeah, he's looking unreal tonight. Villopoto is without a doubt.
Battle for 10th here.
Tommy Hahn.
Yep, Hahn's in here.
And Ryan Morris.
Morris in his first big bike race.
There you go.
Teammates at this point here, both guys on the Rockstar candidate Pet Food Suzuki. Seen so much good stuff out of this team here, and you know, Tommy Hahn he's been running around this position all year long, but for
Kevin Windham here on the 14. He's fighting back here with Chisholm. That's over 7. Still reaching for it.
Morris has turned in a phenomenal ride. Sorry, I got stuck there. My mind just froze. I've already got mind pump here, and we're not even to the halfway point, and the fro is already pumping up.
Mind pump at Daytona.
I didn't think you get any kind of pump up. Oh, come on, man.
Hey, I tell you what, though, Kevin Windham right now, currently 7th, not quite the position that he might expect from himself, but didn't quite get the start he needed. We'll see if he can finish off the next half of this race here in a stronger position. Maybe get that Geico Power Sports Honda there up into the top 5.
Still to this day, man, that guy's style's just so awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
even if you don't know what good style is, you can look at him and just go, that's got to be it.
Well, yeah, and our viewers, you know, that just watched Porcel win, you know, the lights main. I mean, look how Windham and Porcel, they both stay so balanced on the bike. They ride the bike with their legs, don't use their arms a lot. They don't sit down a lot. But right now, he is pressuring Nick Way here.
Ricky, how much of that is something you can be taught, and how much is that just natural gift?
Oh, I mean, that's a little bit of it you can be taught, pardon me, but I mean, that guy is just full of natural talent. I mean, I'll put him up against anybody as far as natural talent.
Here he goes. Here he goes to the inside.
Look at, he's going to pass him.
Way, got him.
See ya.
Whoa, look how deep that rut is. Did you guys see how much dirt came off of his foot pegs? Now, as this race progresses, everybody's going to come through there.
Yeah.
They're going to have to find a new line, and those lines on the inside are not going to flow around properly, they're going to have to dig a new one in here. Plenty of time as we're only halfway through.
10 down, 10 to go. Ricky, how long does it take you to design a track like this?
It didn't take me too long at all, but I can tell you right now, you need to look at these last couple lap times. We're halfway through the race, and
last lap around, Villopoto 105.7, Dungey 104.6, over a second faster than the leader. Also, what are we getting into? Lap through the main. That's right.
And this is what that blue flag means.
Well, and this is a tough track because down the boulevard here, only the fast line funnels right to the middle. Okay, so if you catch lappers going down through there and you have to go wide, totally going to take you out of your rhythm. And hopefully they're watching the blue flags, knowing what's going on. But if not, it can be a real benefit for the 5.
You just saw Dungey go by in second, waiting for Canard. Here he comes. Well, that's the 67 actually coming through. The blows. Here he is. There's Canard.
14 seconds back from Dungey, but still another podium ride in the making for Canard.
What a great story.
If I'm Eric Kehoe and Team Honda,
sign him today.
Sign that thing
today. Get it done.
Right.
You don't want him going into free agency.
Going back to, how long does it take me to design it? Well, I sit down and I think about what tracks race good. If you get a bad start, is there places you can pass? I wish the passing was a little better on this now that I'm looking at it, so we'll have to switch it up next time. But I look at that and I try to look at what would be fun too, fun and challenging at the same time. So, it takes a little while, longer than what you'd think.
And then how much of it is, how do I torment my old friends?
None of it. It really isn't, because I want it to be fun, and I know these guys got the microphones so they can bash me. I know a lot of them probably don't like me, but you know how it goes.
Well, and also another Supercross legend, Mark Barnett, is the man who actually puts this together. Him and his team actually do all of the dirt work for this, and he built all of your tracks, Ricky. Yeah.
Yep. He's built a lot of ours. Myself, James Stewart,
Josh Hill right there in 75, still in 5th. Windham is catching him, so now we're going to have a 2-rider battle over the final spot in the top 5.
Well, and this has been a struggle here for Josh Hill. As you see, he was right up there in 2nd. Wyndham working forward, Hill starting to creep back, and he's putting on a valiant ride, I must say, because you can see he is not giving up. But things just not clicking here the last couple weeks for the 75, and I hope that Hill can really get this thing straightened out. But right now, on lap 13 of 20 here at Daytona, I can tell you exactly what he's thinking. I just want to finish this 7 laps off.
Wyndham is really closing in now.
And I can say that, okay, because I've been in this position. Oh, look at that. It's so close that, Ricky, you might not have had a bad race here, but
I have.
I did. And when you're in this position like what Hill is, it's extremely frustrating, and it feels like you hit every bump on the track. Yeah. And these laps keep getting longer and longer, and it seems like you're like, when is the white flag going to fly?
Feels like it's 2-minute lap times, not 1 minute. But I bet you never ran off into the asphalt here, though, like I have.
I didn't run into any fans, no.
Here comes Nick Way now. He's the next challenger to Josh Hill. You saw Wyndham go by the 27, the green Kawasaki right there, the Monster Energy back machine. That's the one who's going to go after the San Manuel Yamaha of Hill next.
Well, and Hill's running about a 107 pace, maybe even a 108. His fastest was a 105. So, and everybody that's racing with is just a little bit quicker than that. Last time around, Hill was a 110. That's a difficult lap for him. He's going to have to keep it together mentally, because we may talk about being in the lead and having to struggle mentally, what that's all about. This is a different type altogether, because this is the most frustrating type.
And Way's giving him everything he can handle right now.
And in his defense, it was last week, in Atlanta, where he hurt his rib cage. And if anyone that's ever hurt those ribs, you know that once those things start to go, it's just like somebody poking you the whole time. It's tough to maintain, and you have to know that at this point, you're 5 laps to go at Daytona, that this track's getting nasty, the heart rate's high.
Millsaps looks like he might have had a little trouble there.
Did he have a little tumble?
He was in 4th. And Way has gotten around him.
Yeah, he had a little tumble. He did look like he was coming up slow there, picking his bike up or some way. He'd already picked it up, but he was taking off slow.
Now Chisholm's Yamaha going after Hill.
Wow, back through the start straight. 5 laps to go here, and I'm really impressed with Nick Way here on this factory Kawasaki, you know, the Monster Energy Kawasaki. It's interesting. I don't know the answer, but, you know, he's a fill-in rider for Chad Reed. And so if Chad Reed is possibly going to get back into the Supercross Championship in the next week or so, interesting to see what's going to happen with Nick Way, if he goes back to the privateer Kawasaki that he started the season on, or if he continues on with the factory team.
Yep.
Teammates here of this man, number 2, who is having just a phenomenal ride. Oh, there he found the inside.
Yeah, nice line.
Oh, ooh, he jumped from the left all the way to the right there. I thought that was a mistake, but
that was a sweet line.
Comfortable being uncomfortable. He's all over the track right now, zigzagging his way around.
This cat is riding aggressive, dude.
Yeah,
I'm liking it.
He hasn't backed off a bit, nor has Dungey, who's right behind him.
He's
3.8 seconds back.
That man in second's running out of time, man. I don't know if he better twist the throttle. I don't think he's going to get him.
Hey, but he's 3.8 seconds with little less than 5 laps to go. We've seen Dungey finish off the 20-lap mains really strong this season.
Oh, man, look at that.
Nice little wheel.
Run that rear wheel all the way through that whoop section.
4 laps to go, Ralph. He better get on it.
Well, lappers and everything, you know, playing into it here. Look at Dungey, his feet coming off. You know, watch Villopoto here. This is him going into that final turn. And watch how there's a middle line and the far inside. He takes that. Watch when he comes off right here. He doubles this thing, and then it's the next section. Look how he cut all the way over to the right to miss some of the bumps, and now he's coming into this single thing there.
Yeah.
He's really working the track. Okay, he's not staying in what is considered the line. He's making his own lines.
Yeah.
And in turn, look at this. He's dominating the field here today.
He just did it there.
Yeah, and he picked up more time, too. He went from 3.8 to 4.0 is the gap.
Yep,
between
4
him
seconds. He's been maintaining that pretty much all. He had 6 at one time, and he's really kept it at 4 the whole time. Look at this triple right here, what he's doing. That is so fast, man.
Triple out of that
guy.
turn, yeah. That's impressive. And then see there, he was on the right, come back to the left, and now all the way back to the right again. You know, in my experience here at Daytona, you have to free your mind. You have to be able to visualize the track and get a flow. So you start to say, okay, the other riders and this track is developing rough spots here. I'm going to go there. And you notice he's totally switched it up as this main event has gone on.
Well, credit to Mike Fisher and his crew at the Kawasaki team. They've obviously given him a bike that's working well with what he needs it to do.
Oh, 100%. His bike always looks good to me. You know, his shock always looks good. The bike looks really good and balanced. And his team manager, Mike Fisher, used to do a lot of the production testing for Kawasaki. Yeah. He knows how to set up a bike. I think he's a really good asset to that team.
Well,
waiting for Canard, too, here, Jeff, just to let you know, we're watching the leaders go by. Here's Canard.
Wow.
He's 28.7 seconds back, 25 of those to Dungey.
Well, that's what happens here. Canard's putting on a fantastic rate, but the leaders are even better. You know, they just are dominating here as Canard just slices his way through the lappers.
Canard does know how to win here at Daytona. Remember, we showed you Windham winning at the Tsunami Cross. Well, in the lights race that night, it was the number 48 of Trey Canard who sloshed his way to the top step of the podium.
Did you see his smile?
Watch this, he goes down
wide.
at one point. He's smiling while he's racing, and this is the point when he was the happiest here.
Look at that. I mean, just sunk the bike, takes the win at Daytona, and went on to take the championship in the Lights East that year.
Well, this ride is going to be just as impressive if he gets on the podium here. His first trip on a big bike here to Daytona. Getting past Michael Byrne here.
Burner is shown in 12th. Ivan Tedesco is out of it, by the way. He's had an incident and is visiting the Astric medical crew.
Yeah, he cut his finger pretty bad from what I'm hearing. Nothing broken or anything. He has to get some stitches. They're going to stitch him up, and he'll be just fine. Hey, we'll be back for next week.
Toronto the next stop as we're on the last lap here. Down this long section. Boy, they'll be talking about this part of the racetrack for a while.
Yep.
There's no doubt about that.
Windham. Well, it looked like Windham got by.
What was that again? What'd you call that again, Ralph?
Boulevard of broken dreams and busted bikes, and it was that for sure here tonight. Windham can miss a trip to the podium by 1 spot, it looks like.
Yep.
Running in 4th.
But working his way forward. Another strong ride for the veteran. No doubt about it.
Villopoto celebrating. He's not going to put a huge dent points-wise into the title chase, but he's going to make a mark mentally.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he looked so explosive tonight everywhere.
Well, and he's just looked so confident and dominant here today, and he was fired up.
So many historic names have won here, and now so has Ryan Villopoto. He adds his name to the list of winners here at the Daytona International Speedway by winning the Daytona Supercross by Honda.
What a ride for Villopoto.
Without a doubt, the biggest victory of his career. Ryan Villopoto's a winner at Daytona.